Good morning, and welcome to Deborah's Tree and our spiritual reflection for this morning. As I often do, I have a copy of the Word opened here as a symbol of our openness to the divine as we come together for a moment of reflection. So, just recently I was talking with someone who is going through a divorce and is feeling rejected and actually deserted by her angry adult children, which is an unexpected and painful outcome for her because she expected to feel things improving after her divorce, not something else awful happening like losing relationship with her children. And so when she was talking about feeling abandoned and rejected, I thought of Psalm 27, which I'm going to read a little bit from right now. This is the inclusive Bible translation. I'll just read a few verses from Psalm 27. Adonai, you are my light, my salvation. Whom shall I fear? You are the fortress of my life. Of whom should I be afraid? Hear me when I call, Adonai. Have mercy on me and answer me. You say to my heart, seek my face. And so it is your face I seek. Don't hide your face from me. Don't turn your faithful one away in anger. Don't reject me. Don't desert me, O God of my salvation, for you are my only help. Wait for God. Stand tall and let your heart take courage. Yes, wait for our God. Because in those selected verses, you can hear the rejection and the plea not to be rejected, and then the encouragement to wait for the divine, for healing in that situation. And in Swedenborg, there's just a little reference to this that I picked up from Secrets of Heaven. It's not that the Lord abandons us, but that those people remove themselves from the Lord. So it's not really that the divine is rejecting us, but to some extent, in some way, we have rejected the divine, and then it feels like the divine has rejected us, which of course is always an appearance, because that should never happen. That will never happen. So anyway, back to speaking with my friend, I felt within myself the heaviness and the desperation that she was feeling at the loss of relationship with her children in this verse, because I too have had feelings of heaviness and desperation in loss. And I'm sure you have too. It's very much part of the human condition. So through going through all of this, she had maybe hopefully only temporarily lost her faith in God. She had completely forgotten to use her spiritual beliefs to cope with it, and she was actually on antidepressants. But what's helpful to me in sort of navigating this sort of situation is that Psalm 27 speaks about the God of my salvation and being my only help. In this conversation, I felt useless because I did want to encourage her with those phrases from the Psalm and from maybe the concept in Heavenly Secrets about the divine not abandoning us, but us turning away from the divine. But I knew they'd be meaningless to her and perhaps not even helpful, to more or less be accusing her of being the one that was abandoning. But I will say, in me and hopefully potentially in you, you can get a vivid picture of how it feels to lose relationship with the divine and to feel rejected by an angry God and feel the pain and loss and desperation that involves. I know I can lose faith and connection with the divine when I remove myself, and I do that by forgetting to turn to my beliefs, by choosing other sources of strength and guidance like my own thinking, my own wisdom, maybe by listening to the sort of limited human impulses that I might have for retribution or revenge or self-promotion. I might expect to find happiness and joy my own way, but instead, if I follow that path, I get unexpected pain and loss. And when that happens, I feel that same heaviness and desperation at loss of relationship that my friend is feeling. when I've removed myself from the Divine One, or partially removed myself, or forgotten to really turn to the Divine One, that's when I feel rejected and abandoned and punished. And that is a deeply painful outcome, in addition to whatever the situation is. But through experience, I have learned that the way back to resolve that pain and loss and that feeling of abandonment is to return to that place in me where I have experienced connection with the divine. For me, that's what waiting on the Lord for guidance means, returning to that place where I have experienced connection with the divine. So just for a moment, I invite you in with me. Take a few slow, deep breaths and just spend a moment connecting with that place within you where you have experienced connection with the divine, so that if and when a time comes when you're not experiencing it, you can remember how to get back. Just breathe with me for a moment. And from that place of connection with the divine, I pray for a deeper and deeper connection for you, and that your connection with the divine may sustain you this day and going forward.